Hello you guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on how to do your makeup for beginners. This is a very easy way to do your makeup. It's not as hard as you guys think it is, so if you like this base and you want to learn how to do it too, go ahead and keep watching. Okay y'all, so before I get to the actual makeup part of this video, let me tell y'all first the most important part in doing your makeup. So whenever y'all see those girls with like the perfect base, like, you know, looking flawless, they have to have their skincare. I'm assuring you, they all have their skincare done. So make sure that you wash your face with a cleanser first, and then you go in with your moisturizer and your sunscreen at the very least, okay? So I go in with this moisturizer. This is my absolute favorite moisturizer. I recommend it to everybody with dry skin. This is La Roche-Posay Extra Dry Skin Body and Face. Okay, and then I go in with this sunscreen. It's the same brand, SPF 100. So 100, you guys. I didn't even know that they made face sunscreen that high. All right, y'all. So you moisturize your face. It's feeling nice, glowy, whatever. But your lips also want to feel just as moisturized. So you're going to go in with a lip balm, chapstick, lip oil, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go in with the lip oil by Boss Up Cosmetics. This one is the color changing lip oil. If you've been on TikTok, if you're on makeup TikTok, you know about this thing. Okay, y'all. I never really do my eyebrows when it's just like a day-to-day makeup because, I don't know, I have very thick eyebrows already. But I'm going to do it today just for y'all. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe Dip Brow, and then this is the Anastasia eyebrow brush. This is my absolute favorite brush, you guys. I always just do the ends of my eyebrow and then the bottom part. So that's what I would recommend for y'all as well, just to get a more natural looking brow. And then as you're doing this, just brush it out a little bit so that it extends your product and you don't have to use that much product. I can't really see y'all, to be honest, because I'm doing it on the camera and I can't see that well. It's all right. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we are gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. So don't worry about it being perfect. The only thing that you should worry about is making sure that you're not putting too much product on your eyebrow, because once you've done that, you're either gonna have to start all over or just start all over. So now that we've done our eyebrows, now we're gonna conceal just underneath our eyebrows, not on the top. I don't like concealing the top because I feel like it makes it look too boxy, but when you do just the bottom, it makes it just fade naturally. You want to go in with a flat brush like this. This is what you're going to put your concealer on, and then any concealer that you prefer. So I'm going to go in with this. Can you guys see it? Right there. This Lancome concealer. And I'm just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand. Just like that. That is more than enough. So I went ahead and I coated both sides of my brush, made sure to get it nice and flat, and now we're gonna go underneath the brow. And then bring this forward to the middle of your nose, just so you can connect both eyebrows to make sure that they're even. And then go ahead and start dragging the concealer down to your eyelid, because this will also work as a base for your eyeshadow. If y'all can see right here, I connected both eyebrows to each other to make sure that they're the same height. Now I'm going to go in with my little beauty sponge and just blend out that concealer. The middle as well. Just squeeze the sponge like this so that it becomes more narrow. And then the other eye. Now I'm going to go in with this ColourPop pressed powder, and I'm just going to set my eyelids just so that they won't crease, because I crease a lot, you guys. So just go ahead and get a little bit of product and set your eyelids. Make sure not to bring the powder down, just on your eyebrows, you guys. Now that we have our eyebrows done, we're gonna go ahead and prime our face. I like to go in with a tacky primer. This one feels like sticky. I don't know. It makes me feel like my makeup's sticking on better. So this one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I really, really, really love this one, you guys. I have more expensive primers as well, and I prefer this one over all of them. So just make sure to get into your nose, cheeks, your chin, smile lines, forehead. And now just let that sit for like 15 seconds before applying any other product onto your face. Now this is one of my favorite products, so I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So this isn't a foundation or anything, it's like a sheer tint. It's just meant to make your skin glow. And then just put it all over your face. Now I'm just going in and blending this out with my little sponge. I don't know if you guys can notice it, but I definitely can. It gives my face like just this automatic glow that's just so pretty. Now that I have done that, I don't really use foundation, you guys, so I'm going to go in with this CC Plus Anti-Aging Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. So this is a CC cream. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. This one is in the shade Light, but it's kind of dark. But that's one thing that I wanted to tell you guys in this video, is that every color, like shade, can be fixable as long as it's somewhat close to your original like shade, you know? Just with concealer, you can fix pretty much anything. Always, always, always make sure that you're bringing the product down to your neck as well, because nobody's perfect, you guys, and we're not always going to get the perfect shade match for us. So just make sure that you're bringing it down so that even if it isn't the same shade, it kind of blends out into your skin rather than just cutting off right here on your jaw. Now I'm going in with this IT Cosmetics foundation brush. It's just a flat top brush. I love to go in and blend out my foundation with a brush before I go back in with my beauty blender. Because one thing is for sure, you guys, I will never stop using a beauty blender. And like I had told y'all, make sure that y'all are bringing this down to your neck so that it blends out just a little bit better. Now, I strongly recommend before you blend this out with your sponge that you go in with either a setting spray or a facial spray like this before you blend it out, and then just spray your whole face like this, and then go in with your beauty blender. So now I'm going to fully blend it out with my sponge. Next, we're going to be going in with our concealer. And concealer is really just a personal preference of which kind of concealer you want. So I like very full coverage concealers, but there's medium coverage, light coverage. So the one that I'm going to be using is full coverage. This is my absolute favorite concealer. This is the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I love, love, love this concealer. So I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand as well, because I have found that the best way to apply like cream products, like concealer, bronzer, is just placing it on the back of your hand first and then placing it directly where you want it. So I'm just going to place this under my eyes. I always get very, very light concealers, you guys, because I almost always have my foundation a little too light because I'm very pale. So even when I get like the lightest or second to lightest color, it's still a little bit dark for me. So getting the lightest concealer always helps me like even that out. Pay attention to where I put my concealer. I put them in these specific places because this is what I really like to brighten and like pop out. For this part of my concealer, I'm only going to be blending out the bottom part right now. I'm not going to go all the way up yet. The reason being is because I really want to let it sit for at least a minute or two so that I can get the most coverage possible. The rest of my face, I will go ahead and blend it out fully. Let me get a little close to you guys. So I have let it sit for about 2 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and fully blend this in. So now that my concealer is fully blended in, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer. So for my cream bronzer, I actually go in with a concealer that's just a darker shade. So this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics one. As y'all can see, I use this a lot. So once again, I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, like so. Really have to keep pumping this one out because I have used this one for sure. With this Real Techniques brush that looks like this, I'm going to get a little bit on the back, from the back of my hand, and place it directly right here. So with your cream bronzer, you want to make sure that you place it a little bit higher, because when you do contour, that's whenever you put it down here. I look crazy right now, but it is okay, I promise you guys. So now I'm gonna put some of that on my forehead. So personally, I'm not a contour person. I am a bronze girl for sure. So I will not be doing contour. I will just be doing bronzer. So now that we're looking crazy like this, we're gonna go back in with this spray. This is the Mario Badescu spray, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys. And I'm just gonna spray my face. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out. The key is to just keep blending and it will look just fine, you guys. I know it looks like a lot of product, but just keep blending. And if you're scared to use this much product, just go in with a little bit less than I did. Now that I'm fully blended out, I'm going to go in with my favorite cream blush. This is the Juvia's Place cream blush in the shade Blush Lily. It's so pretty, y'all. And I'm just going to do like 2 dots right here, because if you go lower, it's really just going to drag your face down. Now for your cream blush, I really recommend a brush like this. And then we're going to go ahead and start blending this out. Blush is my absolute favorite part when doing my makeup. I really just feel like it brings the color back to my face. It brings me just back to life. With our sponge, of course, I'm gonna go in and blend that out. Before I go in with any loose powder, I'm actually gonna go in with a pressed powder and just set underneath my eyes. I feel like this really gives me a smooth finish. Look at this side and then look at this side. I feel like this side looks much smoother with the pressed powder as opposed to the one without it. You don't have to do both steps. You can definitely just do cream, but I prefer my cream products and my powder products. So now I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Beijing Guile. I'm not sure how to say it, you guys. And look how pretty it is. And then with this Morphe Cosmetics brush, I'm just going to get a little bit of product and dust some off and then go in right here. I'm not going to put too much because, like I said, I already used my cream products, so I don't need to use that much. Now I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place blush in volume 4. So this is one of my favorite blushes. I only use this one because this one is super pigmented, and I really just only got it for this shade right here. So I'm gonna get quite a bit, dust a little bit off, and then just place it right here and just keep building this one up. This is totally up to you, but I like to go in with the blush and put a little bit under my nose and under my chin, and then a little bit on the temples of my forehead. Next is highlight. I'm just gonna do highlight on my nose just to give it like a little cute butt nose effect. So this is my favorite highlight. It looks like this on the inside. I actually only use this one and the blush one, but this one, you guys, oh my goodness, if I could recommend any highlight, it's this one right here. Also, this is like the perfect brush for your nose highlight because look at it, it's like a little cute little circle. And I'm just gonna do the smallest amount right here and try not to bring it out too much. Just like that. And then a little bit right here. Make sure you don't curve it though, because if you curve it even just a little bit, it's going to make you look like you have a crooked nose. That's for sure. Been there, done that, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and add it in here as well, just to pop out my eye just a little bit. Right there and right there. I'm gonna go in with my loose powder. So this is the Morphe Bake and Set Setting Powder in Brightening Pink. So it's just like a little light pink shade. I don't know if y'all can tell. Can y'all tell? So I got a little bit on my powder puff. Now I'm just gonna go right here all the way to my lip. Y'all see which part of my lip I'm hitting? I'm hitting like right here. And bring it down. My smile lines actually crease a lot, so if that's something that you also struggle with, I would recommend to also put a little bit right there. And right here because I sweat a lot. Just a little bit more right here. So the powder under my eyes, I actually don't let it set for too long because I don't want to get I don't want to let it get too white down there. So I dust that off like almost immediately after putting it on. Now I let this sit for about a minute, so now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of blend it into my skin. As y'all can tell, I'm not really like dusting it off, I'm more so blending it in rather than like dusting it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my tinted eyebrow gel. This one's by NYX. I really love this one. I used to use the clear one, but I've really been liking the tinted one lately, especially because I don't really fill in the fronts of my eyebrows. So it really just gives me, there's a hair on this, you guys. So it really just gives me that color that I'm wanting right there, but also not doing too much at the same time. I got a little bit right here, but that's no problem. Just wipe it off. Now I'm just gonna set my face with the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. It looks like this. I'm just gonna set my whole face. Yeah, that was a lot. Always make sure to set your face before you add your mascara. That's just a little heads up because I've done that and it did not end up pretty. I had to start my face all over again. So just make sure that you do that before adding your mascara. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with my Lancome mascara. I really like this one. It's a pretty good mascara. All right, y'all. So while that dries, I'm gonna go in with this NYX lip pencil in the shade. Let's see, you guys. What is this shade? Natural. That can't be the shade, right? That's what it says, but yeah, we'll just say that. And I'm gonna underline my lips. I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of the blush that I used earlier, and I'm gonna put just a little bit on my lips and blend it out with my finger. Okay, now that I have achieved this little lip look, I'm gonna go in with this clear lip gloss. Clear. It's not that clear no more because I always put it on top of my little mixtures that I make. And that is my lip look. This next step is just personal preference, so you could be done right here or you could go in with a lash. So me personally, I'm gonna go in with a lash really quick and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look right here. I really hope that you guys liked it, and if you did, you can go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.